Hi Libra, welcome to your reading. Thanks for joining me. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs, and it is the X reading, checking up on your X. So Libra, let's take a look at these cards. You know, this X of yours, I do feel that they're trying to master not only themselves but also a situation around them. Now that situation could involve you, Libra, because I do get an essence of family around this. So we have the history card along with Lion. It is about conquering the past, conquering history, and also a feeling around this of family as well. Jamaica Kincaid, well, she came from Antigua in the Caribbean to New York, and she lived a very troubled life in Antigua, and when she got to New York, she wrote a lot of stories for the New Yorker magazine, mostly to do with difficulties in family relationships, which is why I feel this has something to do with difficulties in family dynamics and trying to get their power, trying to assert themselves. We also have the card of Ascended Masters and the Peace card, but they're both in reverse. So it tells me that this individual at the moment is feeling out of balance in their life. And there's a feeling around them when it comes to peace. Well, I don't feel that they have any peace in their life, to be honest. I get that they're trying to resolve an issue. Yeah, I feel like it's trying to resolve an issue, but at the moment they're not really sure what that looks like. Physically and mentally, I feel that they're out of balance. They're all over the place in terms of their energy, and they're feeling quite overwhelmed. So for them, it's about prioritizing and getting inner peace through rest, exercise, maybe meditation, or just approaching things at a more leisurely or organized pace. So they're very rattled. They're kind of all over, jumping all over the place. Too much activity, too much to do, and with that, there's also a lot of underlying conflict within themselves and worry. So there's a loss of power around this individual, but I do think that they're trying to overcome that, trying to get this sense of power back in their life, reclaiming that balance and becoming more in control of their situation and the situation around them. So let's take a look here. This X of yours, Libra. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups, and we also have the Three of Cups in reverse. So this is someone who could be, at the moment, someone who is out of the relationship with you, Libra, and they could be dating. They could be back on the dating scene. So let's take a look, and we'll get the energy of this X of Libra. I'm going to lay down the cards first, then we'll talk about them. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse as their energy. Now the focus for them is temperance. What's hidden here is the High Priest or the Hierophant. We have the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups in reverse as the energy between the two. What they're doing at the moment, I feel. Something that they're focused on. As their strength at the moment, we've got the King of Cups in the upright. The weakness is the Eight of Wands in the reverse. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse and the Four of Swords and the Emperor. Okay, well that's good energy for them coming out of that, because I do feel that they're trying to get that order back in their life, trying to get trying to get their life sorted, really. The feeling that I'm getting around them at the moment is that they are very focused on getting balance back in their life and feeling good before they make some kind of decision. I do think that this is someone who has had many different options, Libra, once they got out of a relationship with you. And there's a feeling here of needing to get some rest, mental rest more than anything, because I just get that there are a lot of chaotic thoughts. Having all of these options can be distressing. You know, the more options we have, imagine if you could think of your closet, for example. If you had 2 things in there, well, there wouldn't really be much strain, would there? But when you've got a closet full of things, you spend 10 minutes in there trying to work out what it is exactly you want to wear for the occasion. So that's what I'm sensing around this person. They've had a closet full of things to choose from, and they've needed to take some time here to think about what really it is that they want, what they want to wear for the rest of their lives, I suppose, is what you could call this. Now, there's a feeling around them, of course. They recognise that they haven't been their best self. That's pretty obvious, because if they didn't feel that way, I feel they wouldn't be focused on this Temperance card. So really, there's an essence around them of knowing that they've been acting a little bit chaotic, or maybe even out of control. And at the moment, they're just trying to avert something which could be disastrous in their life. Yeah. What's hidden here, we've got the High Priest. Now, as their energy, I do think that this is someone who is receiving advice from an external source. Now, whether or not that's good advice or bad advice, I don't know. But it's something that's hidden. So it could be that they really need to be more open to their own counsel rather than the counsel of advisors, or even if we think of advice as something that, if you think of organised religion, or if you think of advice in books, or even tarot readings, you know, things that come from other places other than yourself. It's about trusting whether or not you can trust that advice. Now, with this card, I see these 2 keys crossed in front here. One has the moon, the other has the stars and the moon, and the other one has the sun. So when it comes to knowledge, wisdom, it's about getting, yes, you can get advice from people, but in the end, you really have to go with what feels right to you, what feels authentic, what feels that is for your highest good. That's what this person's trying to decide, but I feel that they're getting a lot of conflicting messages, and so it's making it difficult for this person to choose. So I feel like they just have to turn off. They have to turn off, they have to switch off, they have to not even listen to advice, and just rather get some quiet time and listen to themselves. This frenetic energy around them with the 8 of Wands in reverse, whatever they've been doing here, is not serving them. What will serve them is peace, inner peace, emotional harmony. So there's something here that's causing them some kind of emotional disturbance, and I feel it's these choices, having these many different choices around them. We've got 2 queens here in the reverse. Now, I feel that one of them may be you, Libra, the other may be another person. Now, they're both in the reverse, so this tells me that this individual hasn't chosen between either one of you. So again, having these many different choices is confusing this person. They don't know what to do. Now, the Page of Pentacles is all about this individual does want to grow something eventually and have it be prosperous. They want to focus. They want to focus on one thing, but they can't because they've got these 2 things around them, or 2 people, I feel. One of them, I think, is you, Libra. So whether you resonate as more wand-like or cup-like, that will be for you to decide. But I get an energy here of this person has too many options, too many choices, and hasn't been able to find that inner peace and able to listen to spirit and make that choice. So the end card being the Emperor tells me that with the card of Lion in history, this person does eventually master themselves, master their emotions, conquer any kind of, I'm picking it up as illusions or fantasy, what's real, what isn't, and make a choice based on what is for their highest good. When we think about the Emperor, it is a number 4 card, so it is about stability. It's about somebody who comes from that stable place. And of course, where there's stability, there's peace. There's not this chaotic energy. So once this chaotic energy is removed from this person, I feel they take some kind of time out or time away from both these people and just maybe spend some time by themselves, or maybe with a close family or something like that. Then they're able to, and not seek advice from external sources, then they're really able to find much more of a peaceful balance within themselves so that they can decide where to focus their energies. Because they're not really sure. They may have an options of making a choice between 2 people in which they can grow something with, but they're not really sure now. Yeah, that's the feeling that I'm getting around this. Now, also when we have the card of Lion there, it could be a Leo or someone with a lot of strong fiery kind of energy in their chart. I'm also picking that up. And this is someone who I think has led a life in the past that has been very tradition based. They may even may have grown up in a very strongly religious household, or where they needed to follow certain rules, be a certain way. Yeah, so they want to uphold tradition. I do think that this person does have long-held traditions and beliefs that have been around, instilled in them from family. And that's part of who they are, I feel. So they can't avoid that. They can't ignore that more traditional side of them. So this is someone who I feel is at war within this traditional viewpoint and what they've grown up with, or what they've come to believe is who they are, and a different way of life, a different lifestyle. Yeah, now one of them is represented by you, Libra, and the other is represented by another person. At least that's what they're thinking. Now, for them, it's all about what feels absolutely right for them, and not to go against their these long-held traditions or values. That's going to give them this sense of security within themselves. It's going to give them this balance back. I feel like this is someone, an ex of yours, Libra, who hasn't been acting like themselves. They may have been acting, I see them here as normally they're an emperor or a king and a high priest, but they may have been acting page-like, with Page of Pentacles. So they may have been acting quite immaturely, trying to be young, or trying to be young again, and needing to get back in their true power here, which is them being an emperor and a king, not this page. An emperor and a king going back to a page energy, that's not going to give them that sense of maturity. It's not going to give them that sense of power. It's actually a loss of power. And I think for them, it's very disconcerting. So I get them wanting to assert themselves, or reassert themselves, or reassert their power back to this emperor and king, and away from this page energy. And that involves making a choice between 2 people here. One of them could be you, Libra, it may not be. You know, I've got Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, both in the reverse. So they have these two options where they have the ability to start over or start fresh with either one of these people. But they need to get clear in their mind first before they can make this choice. And before they make that choice, they have to find this place of inner peace within themselves. Take themselves away from this more chaotic kind of energy. So Libra, we'll look at this in part 2. I do hope that you join me there. The link is below in the descriptions box, and I'll be clarifying everything on the table. So if this is resonating, please do join me. It'll be about another 25 to 30 minute reading, and I'll also be pulling out some more oracles as well to see where this could go. So please do join me there if this is resonating. If you would like a personal reading instead, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. And that email is also in the box below. Please do press that thumbs up button, that like button if you're enjoying these videos. Share me on your social media, get the word out. That would be fantastic. And if you're a newcomer, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Thanks again, Libra. I will see you in part 2, or I will speak to you again very soon. Bye for now.